At a time when Europe fears the American might, Italy's PM Giorgia Meloni deftly challenges norms. Rome seems to be creating an audacious new look for Italy that challenges the US-led Western system. What exactly is this makeover, and why should the US be concerned about it? Hi and welcome, I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. After World War II, the United States rose as a superpower, thanks to Marshall Plan, which helped Europe recover. Then the Cold War heated things as the US and its NATO pals joined forces against the Soviet threat. The 20th century saw America set up global groups like the IMF, World Bank, and UN, which eventually tightened US's grip on the world scale. Critics often argue that this made the Western world often do what the US wanted in diplomacy and policies. Fast forward to 21st century and things are now shaking up. Players like India, Russia and China are challenging the US's grip on the world, and even the other countries are fed up with the US-backed world order. The Ukraine war in 2022 added fuel to the fire as more nations joined the calls for a multipolar world, but Europe lagged. Brussels and Germany still follow up the lead of the US on almost every global affair, but the scenes may change very soon. The leader spotlight is turning to Italy's PM Giorgia Meloni. Meloni is turning out to be the master of geopolitics as she is walking a tightrope between the Western ways and her instincts. Under her, Italy's foreign and defense moves are turning bold. Even though, with limited global backing, she is using her local power and timing, stirred by the Ukraine war and an energy crisis. Also, Meloni got a squad of practical politicians as her cabinet ministers who all are working hard to usher in a new era in Italy. In recent months, Meloni and her crew have been on the move. They've met Italian troops in Iraq and Lebanon, made energy deals with Algeria and Libya, and tried to help Tunisia in its migrant crisis. They've also made peace overtures with Turkey and Egypt, and they are back in the Western Balkans game as they are playing peacemaker between Serbia and Kosovo. But hold on, there's more. Meloni is mending fences with India and the United Arab Emirates, signed a $1 billion aircraft deal with Japan, and teamed up with London for new fighter jets. She also visited Ethiopia, hosted Niger and Somalia's presidents, and started secret talks with Taipei about tech cooperation. Meloni is actively expanding her foot in Africa and other parts of the world, and all this has happened in half a year. This spree is also called Meloni's new look for Italy. It's about Italy stepping back onto its old role as a regional power with global clout, all while sticking with NATO and the European Union. Meloni has also given the US some scathing remarks for its moves in the Ukraine war, Niger, and recently in Libya. It's clear she is looking for an independent stance, not just following America's lead. Meloni's eyes are also on Brussels, where European elections in 2024 could cement her power even more. So Italy is shaking up the old US-favored order and trying on a new role as Europe's regional power. The message is clear. Italy is not just a follower anymore. Meloni's new look of Italy is not just a bunch of policies. It's a statement. It's Italy saying it can stand on its while still being part of the gang. The US meanwhile needs to understand that stage is no longer theirs alone. Italy has crashed the party and the world's getting a fashionable makeover.